Today we're making a giant pom-pom cake. The inspiration for this pom-pom cake really came out of my love for pom-poms, can't you tell? And you know, I actually have spherical molds and I thought, why don't I use these for something? I already know how to make marshmallow, they're delicious. Why don't we combine cake and marshmallow together? And I thought, what better way to do it than make a giant pom-pom? Now, I love this cake because it's so bright and colourful and nice and squidgy, and I don't think you could ever be in a bad mood if you were to receive a giant pom-pom cake. Now, the pom-poms are made from a homemade vanilla bean marshmallow. They melt in your mouth and they're just glorious to eat and play with as well. They say to never play with your food, but I do this all the time. The inside of the cake, it's made from a vanilla butter cake, and I use part butter and part oil just to make the cake full of flavour but also nice and moist with the oil as well. And we're going to layer it with raspberry preserve or raspberry jam and some lemon curd. So once we cut into the cake, we'll see those nice layers of cake and all the raspberry and lemon curd will ooze out. Delicious! That will be frosted in a vanilla cream cheese kind of buttercream with a little bit of lemon. And I always make sure it's not too sweet because we'll have the marshmallows to compensate. So it's a nice balance between tart and sweet. I've been cake making professionally for about 4 years. It's what I like to call my cake life. Before that, I was a high school teacher. I found making cakes for my students such an enjoyable thing to do because I could make a cake tailored to their taste and something that would light up the room when I walked in with this present. But it wasn't until I started uploading photos of my cakes onto social media that I realised other people around the world enjoyed my cakes as much as I enjoyed making them. One of my most favourite projects to date during this cake life adventure is the creation of my pop-up cookbook. So I didn't want a traditional cookbook, I wanted something that people could of course use and make fantastic cakes for their friends and family. And even if you aren't a baker yet, I wanted people to be able to enjoy the book and be inspired. The great thing about this cake is that you can adapt the recipe to suit the person you're baking it for, or even yourself. If you don't like raspberry, you can use another flavour of jam. You don't have to use lemon curd either. You could use something like chocolate ganache. And the frosting, you can add more sugar if you like. You don't have to use cream cheese, you can use a simple buttercream frosting. The marshmallows can be coloured to suit your favourite colour palette. So I love this cake because it's fun and joyous, but please, I always encourage experimenting in the kitchen.